TIFU, by asking to be called by my middle name. So this happened back when I was still in high school, so it's been almost 8 years now. But I still think about this up. I think I'm in the right subreddit for this story. But if there's a better sub for it, let me know. So I have the same first name and hair color as a very hated political figure in my country at the time, and I was bullied relentlessly for it. Even adults took out their grievances with them on me. Sounds crazy that adults would also do this, right? But I definitely wasn't misunderstanding. They made it very clear why they hated me so much. Anyway, after years of bullying, when I moved away and enrolled in a new school for year 10, I asked if I could use my middle name instead as a preemptive protective measure against the bullying. I was told that that political figure was no longer in the spotlight and that it was unlikely I'd be bullied for my name at this school. But I didn't want to risk it, so I begged them to just let me go by my middle name. I should have just listened to them. My first name was used multiple times on my first day by mistake, and even though I corrected my teachers, the damage had been done, and I ended up bringing more attention to myself than I would have if I'd just gone by my first name originally, and I eventually explained it to my friends, only to be overheard and have it used as a joke against me. TL. Doctor. I tried to avoid being bullied for my name and ended up making it worse. Similar thing happened to me. There were 2 others with the same first name in my grade, so I figured to make it easier, I would go by my middle name. But I wasn't used to people calling me by my middle name. So when the teacher called on me, I never responded. So she had to say my first name and last name to get my attention, which drew attention to me. Thought this was going to be something like my name is Reagan Stalin Smith. Hello, Donald. Just asking out of pure curiosity. Can you tell what political figure are you talking about? Usually trying to hide things makes you look sus. So even if the name didn't have a negative connotation, you might still have been clowned for hiding it and goofing up yourself. You could have said, X is my name, but you guys can call me by my middle name. Why? It shows acknowledgement of the truth and shows an air of authority on the matter. I'm pretty sure the only reason you were bullied in the first place was because you allowed it to bother you. Example. My name is Daniel. 50% of people's first reaction is to go, DAAAAAMN. Daniel. If I respond negatively like, come on, don't do me like that, or worse, the next response is, Dom. Daniel. But if I act cool, joke about it, or simply join in on it like, haha, you know, that's the 283rd time I heard that this week. I never hear it again. Of course. My name is not Kim Jong-un, like yours, so that might be harder to deflect. I've always used my middle name, which was lucky, because my first name was pretty popular at the time, and my school was filled with people with that name. And then Star Trek TNG arrived. God damn it. I hope it will be better for you, Adolf. Smiley face. I used to work at a shop with another older employee who had the same name as me. One of the guys there took to calling me Jimmy, even though that's not my name, so as to not confuse us two when they called for either one of us from the storeroom or wherever. This went on for a while, and when I left and was saying my goodbyes, I realized most other employees there assumed my name was Jimmy, which was pretty funny. I actually use my middle name for quite literally everything. When I was in primary school, a few people found out my real name accidentally, but since then it's actually been really easy to go by my middle name. Even in college and university, I was allowed to use my middle name for everything because it was my preferred name. I only have to go through using my first name when at a new medical establishment or something like That, and then I just switch it right away to my preferred name. You can also use a nickname as a preferred name in many places, so it's nice. Margaret? I feel for you, but in a slightly different way. I have a name that is very old but not that common. It is a Scottish name but similar, in a sense, to some Irish names. Anyone who can pronounce it can't spell it. Anyone who can spell it can't pronounce it. Day 1 at school, in the times before nursery, kindergarten, etc., teacher handed out a book and a pencil to all the kids. I immediately wrote my name on, while everyone else just looked sorta blank. Teacher wandered round each child, wrote their name for them, and they copied. With mixed success. She got to me and said I had spelt my name wrong. No well done for writing or anything. I pointed out that I was the only one who could write, and obviously I would learn to spell my name correctly as part of that. Argued back and forth and was sent to the head principal. The head also said I had spelled my name wrong, and I was sent home to check it with my mum. I had to walk a mile alone at 5 years old. When I got there, my mum was fuming. Immediately Frog marched my back, walked straight into the head's office, slammed my birth certificate on the desk and said, "You owe my son 2 apologies." For some reason people in emails call me by my last name. And it's double-barreled too. Why? Because apparently a popular biblical name is too hard to say or spell. And the name is right in front of them. Why back down from a name? Literally every name has some bad person associated with it. Who cares? My name is Patrick and people called me Patrick Star from time to time. Not that that's a bad person, haha. You think I cared? I laughed at them for being so childish and they never called me that again. I worked in a department of 6 people, 4 of us all had the same name. That's not confusing. At least your last name isn't Spitzer.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.